Hey everyone, Navik here. This is my review of the Ultimates issue 8. And alright, I'll start this off up at the beginning. And I honestly do think this has so far been the weakest issue of the Ultimates so far. It's still good, but it just doesn't match it doesn't really match the quality of the previous issues, and I will get to why I think that in a bit. But of course the usual thing, and Dennis Camp's prose are pretty good. Juan Ferrighi's artwork and Blee's colors make the book look good. But and there are a lot of really cool stuff in this issue, mostly because we get to see the far-reaching ramifications of the Maker's actions, and the issue is also packed with a bunch of obscure references. So the plot of this issue is basically the Ultimates, and it's detected like some kind of weird time anomaly going on, and they went to the field with Doom there air through this cute little Doom spear thing. And they end up coming across the ultimate version of the Guardians of the Galaxy, the greatest heroes of the 61st century, and America's former team. And this is one of those cool obscure references because this guy right here is Ultimate Nullifier, or a new version of, well, the character Ultimate Nullifier, and he actually appeared in Vengeance, the miniseries that America Chavez from the main universe debuted in, but obviously he didn't catch on along with her. So yeah, it's kind of cool that he's involved, even if we don't really get that much of his personality aside from being somewhat smug. And that actually is the biggest critique I have on this issue. The Guardians have some really cool powers and abilities. You do get but aside from Captain Marvel and Cosmos and a little bit of Ultimate Nullifier, there's not really a lot of personality for these guys. Nice to be honest. And yeah, think that the reason why the previous issues work because they focused on a singular character and how they related to the new members of the Ultimates, how they fit in. In issue 4 focused on Doom, issue 3 focused on introducing us to She-Hulk. Issue 5 introduced us to Hawkeye, and then issue 6 and 7 they were kind of like more based on a singular fight, and also like just dealing with the fallout, and 7 was dealing with the fallout of issue 6 and setting up the future arcs. The Guardians do put up an impressive fight. And there is some cool references. It's to Pandemonium, Star Lord, or basically feels more like the Mystic Master of the Sun as opposed to the classic Peter Quill, Sun Lord, and of course Cosmo being the galaxy's best boy. But yeah, not really a lot. This issue's more about world building than it's setting up a character. But yeah, the issue. But we still continue the characterization of the Ultimates for one, and we learn that all of them basically have nightmares of fighting against the Hulk again, which fair enough. And Star Lord basically he tells that in the future, or there's the man in the iron mask and the man in the iron lung. One of them is going to be responsible for untold suffering and death to the trillions, and the one is going to save everything. But he can't remember which was which, or maybe he knows that he's not telling on purpose. And the other bit of characterization we do have is that Captain Marvel and America Chavez, as used to be a couple, which, yeah, no duh, America Chavez, I was always pulling some baddies. But yeah, but again, we do get some cool references, is especially when Captain Marvel tells him about the future. From the original Guardians of the Galaxy, he being sent back to try and fix the timeline after the Maker tried unmaking it, and only for them to get destroyed, especially poor Marinex. We obviously get the Tamara DeVoe Captain Universe from Jonathan Hickman's Avengers run, under at least the Ultimate version. And yeah, basically the gist of it is that with the Maker screwing with time, the 61st century and their future reality was basically breaking down and being overwritten. And they all basically tried to escape through the superflow, or to go back to the point of time being screwed over, or only to get attacked by Kang's clone of Ultimate's army that we saw at Ultimate Invasion. And yeah, despite the best efforts of the strongest beings in reality, the 61st century was destroyed. biblical scale. And the Guardians are now scattered. And yeah, everyone after the big fight due to a misunderstanding, or just some tempers rising, everyone has a chance to calm down, and basically saying that they'll help and that they do want to stop the Maker, or the Unmaker as they call them, all them, and yeah, uh, um, yeah, Captain Marvel offers America Chavez to come back, and America does have a reason why she doesn't want to go. Oh, she doesn't remember everything, but she's going to be ready to fix the world, and also her memories are still like been surgically cut out, so she doesn't really know any of the Guardians. Which, I mean, that is fair, though she does call the Ultimates her friends and stuff, though I don't feel like we've seen a lot of that in the past few issues. Which, to be fair, all these issues are taking place within the span of several months, so I don't doubt that some behind the scenes bonding has happened. Just kind of wish we've seen a bit, though. That is one of the flaws of like each book taking place in the month it's published. But yeah, the Guardians give the Ultimates. It's a warning that they're going to, when the Maker comes out, they are going to lose. But they're ready to. But they're ready to stand against them, even if the odds seem grim. So the Guardians do give them a device that will help them. So I'll at least let them know where they can come to help the Ultimates, since they're going to go search for the other Guardians that have been lost in the time stream. Even though the issue ends with a bit of ominous foreshadowing that the future is going to be full of possible choices and tragic outcome, leading us wondering whether or not Doom or Iron Lad will be the cause of the untold horror, which honestly either of them could end up being the case. Doom because, well, it's Doom, and we've seen in the previous issues that he's not the most stable person, and there's been hints that Tony will end up becoming Kang. And so yeah, we'll have to see where that goes. So yeah, that's the Ultimates issue 8. Really sad to say that this is the weakest issue so far. I still think this is a really good book. But I definitely think it's going to think this is like the main problem when you're trying to introduce an entire new group of characters. They don't get as much characterization as when you're introducing a solo hero. But hey, the next issue is going to focus on Luke Cage, and so it's probably going to be better than this one. So yeah, I'm giving this issue a 3 out of 5. I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you'll come by next time when I review the next issue. Until then, have a great day.